Had a lot of people ask me about doing a Helicath and Emic trunk heart team. So I did. I don't think it's what you guys expected. Pretty good though. Welcome, I'm the DeadwoodJedi. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. I am on the test server trying to get my last videos in before it closes on me. And I know a lot of you asked to get a Emic trunk heart and Helicath team. So I did that. But this is not what you guys expected. I guarantee that. Because if you're asking for this team, you're asking for Helicath and trunk heart as an unkillable team. You can do that already with some of the builds I have on the website, right? And you know, especially like the slow beating trunk heart team works just fine, right? It's already built for a Helicath to work in there. But I thought, well, how can we really manipulate it a bit? And so I built this ridiculousness. This team is super slow. It's the slowest one key you guys are going to see because everybody's going at a 1-1 ratio. That's right. It's simple. 1-1 ratio. I'm not using Emic's unkillable ability at all. Turned it off. Completely turned off. Now, yeah, we're gaming the system a bit. Yeah, we've got Nut in there. Yeah, we've got Martyr in there. We're even using Bad Alcazar. Because one of the cool things about Emic is his cooldown reduction ability. And that's really what we're showcasing. We're able to have Helicath be on a 1-1 ratio because we're turning his A4 ability, his block damage ability, into a simple ability. And because of that, even if somebody like Bad Alcazar is taking the stun, which in this case he will, we're still gonna stay at a perfect ratio. So this team is affinity friendly, even though Bad Alcazar is taking the stun. If somebody else takes a stun, that's fine too. The only people that can't, there are some exceptions. Helicath and Emic, the only two people that can't. So as long as we bring in alternatives, we should be fine. So this team, I think, is affinity friendly. Should be. And you know, to be fair, if Battle doesn't take the stun, I can just adjust it so that he cleanses the stun instead of the affinity. And since he's red affinity, he's gonna take the stun on the green clan boss. So it'll work. It'll work. Anyway, let's look at the team real quick and we'll do the run. If you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss the next one. All right, as I described, this is the team that we're going to be using. We've got Bad Alcazar in here as a lead. Gonna give him a 1-turn delay, A1, and then A2. And now the important thing is this cleansing ability, whoever you're using, has to go after the turn meter, after the cooldown reduction, right? So you have to time the cooldown reduction, and then you have to time the cleansing ability. And if it's on a 3-turn cooldown, he can take the stuns, no problem. If not, 4-turn cooldown does work. You just gotta get that timing down, but it's pretty easy, especially on Ultra Nightmare. Nightmare, all these have like an extra delay, so you'll probably have to manual a little bit, but on Ultra Nightmare, it's full auto. Then we got Nut in here. He's gonna be doing his thing. We've got Martyr. I'm bringing in counterattack. Yep, that's right. I'm bringing in counterattack because why not? Let's just go a little bit above and a little bit beyond. It should be fun, right? So we got Martyr in here, actually going a little too fast. I'd like to have Nut go before Martyr, so maybe I'll do a little adjustment there. And then we've got Helicath. Helicath's going slowest in the comp. We're opening A1, prioritizing the A2, and then the A3. Now, obviously, we're prioritizing that. That has to do with the cooldown reduction. Because of that, it's going to happen at the same time every time. But it also means we'll get the block damage up right before the AoEs go. And then we've got Emic here. Emic is, we've turned off the unkillable ability. We're really just cooling things down. But the cool thing about Emic, he's going to grow the shield on our lowest HP champ, which is going to be Bad Alcazar. So that's really good. And it should be a fun little team. Now, the only thing that's important is making sure that, because I'm using a cleanser, I want to work on Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare. I have Bad Elves at 179, Helicath at 175, and everybody else is in between that. That's the key to making this work. If I have Bad Elf faster than 179, then on, like, I think Nightmare or Brutal, the timing can get thrown off. If I have Helicath lower than 175, again, for affinity's sake, timing can get thrown off. So affinity friendly, really easy to do. So let's go ahead and yeah, let's jump in. Let me adjust Martyr real quick and then we'll jump in. All right, there we go. Newt's bumped up just a little bit, going 178, so he's a little bit faster than Martyr, so we'll go higher in the turn order. Which, oh shoot, that's not what I wanted, is it? Is it what I wanted? How did I want that? Yeah, I want him faster. I want him faster. That's right. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Okay, anyway, let's jump in. We are using the crit rate aura from Bad Alcazar, so that means everybody's at like 76% or less, 75% or more, right? But yeah, anyway, you can see the first hit, Bad Al takes some damage, no big deal. We've got him, you know, only 35k HP, so pretty low, which is important. But there's the shield. There's the shield from Helicath, right? There goes the stun. Totally fine. Doesn't affect us. We're gonna be fine. Now, obviously, it's void. If it were affinity, this would work just fine, because you're gonna see right here after this AoE, when the affinity debuffs would be placed, Bad Al is going to cleanse. It's gonna be great. So there goes the shield from Emic. There goes the shield from Helicath. Boom, hit. And we're gonna cleanse his all counterattack stuff. And then we should get the cleanse here. There's a cleanse from Bad Alcazar. Beautiful thing, beautiful thing. What's also really cool is because we're doing this cooldown, actually Helicath is providing his own increased defense for himself. That's why his shields are so big. And Emic's gonna get an extra A1 in there to help increase the shield on Bad Alcazar ever so little bit too. That's kind of nice. It's a cool team, honestly, but it's super simple. Like, everything's really slow, very simple. Obviously, I'm using OP champs. I'm well aware of that. Not everybody's gonna be doing this kind of damage, but it's pretty fun to see when you can do it. But that's kind of why I did it. This is such a simple team, such a basic makeup, right? And such an, like, I think really easy to kind of build team. I figured, why not just juice it up and see what we can do? So I did, and it's fun. It's definitely fun. So anyway, yeah, let's look at the stats of the champions, and we'll come back towards the end and see how this actually did damage-wise. All right, let's take a moment and look at the champions that we've got. We've got Martyr in here. Look, I've built all these champs to the 9s as much as I could. I really just wanted to play around and see what we could put up here. So, like, insane crit damage, 293. I mean, really nice. Solid speed, high defense. That's what we're looking for here, right? Bad Alcazar, even, I put much offense on as I could. Now, I do have Bad Alcazar's aura, so not everybody's at 100% crit rate. We're looking for 75%. That's our goal here, and we do make it with everybody, which is great. 179 speed, that's the magic number. That's what we hit. And I wanted to keep his HP low so that hopefully get a little bit of growth on the shield from Emic, and also just to make sure that, you know, getting targeted. So that's something else to keep in mind. Higher defense, definitely good, but low HP is kind of the key. Then we've got Nut here. Yeah, Nut's great. Just another build I had with 100% crit rate. Why change it if it works? And it obviously works. Then we've got Helicath. Helicath's a beast. 175 speed, what we're looking for. And a lot of damage on him, and defense as well. Then Emic I did put in a Guardian set, which I thought was kind of nice. Help you know, Bad Alcazar survive a little bit longer from the stuns. Not necessary, but nice all the same. And with him, I got a lot of HP. This is kind of more of a build I'd actually want to do. Maybe not as much crit damage focus, but obviously for this video, that's what we're aiming for. But yeah, we're looking for obviously good crit rate, you know, the right speed, faster than Helicath, slower than everybody else. That way we get all the cooldowns happening when we want them. That's always important. And you know, I think pretty good result overall. A lot of damage on him. Well, not a lot of damage, but you know, as much as we can expect. There we go. Even 86 million on the dot. I don't know if it's on the dot, but it actually looks like it's on the dot. Pretty crazy. That's a pretty cool team, right? I mean, obviously it's a lot of damage, but the best part about this is it's so stupid slow. 175 speed. So not everybody, I mean, let's be real. If you're running this team, you're probably not, going to run this team, right? But the run time, 11 minutes, really slow. It's not that fast. Obviously I'm using, some pretty OP champions, but honestly, like at the stage that I'm at in this game, I don't use Bad Alcazar. I don't use Martyr. I don't use Helicath. I don't use Emic. Really, the only one I would use is Nut, and I'd use him in Hydra. Outside of that, though, of course, Nut is putting up 40 million damage. So, I mean, he's a little ridiculous. The point is, here's the point I'm trying to make. The point is that if I wanted to build a really fast clan boss team, I could build this team. And the better part is if you have done the fusions and you're still not like OP in clan boss, right? You can bring in Emic, you can bring in Hellcat, and you can put them together and make a pretty slow team, a pretty awesome little team. I mean, I don't know if I should call this like the Hell Heart, maybe the Hell Heart, Evil Tree. I don't know what we call this one. I don't know if we should call it anything. But I will tell you this, that when I do call it something, I'll go ahead and I'll show it behind me so you guys know what it looks like on the website. You guys can look it up because that's where you should do this. But this build works regardless of whether you're using these champions, really. I mean, it's an affinity-friendly build at a 1-1 ratio with the cleanser. You do that, it'll work for you, right? 179 for your cleanser, everybody else 175 and the 178 basically, and it works really simple. So this is the way I would use Emic if I wanted to use Emic and Hellcat. This is how I would do it. I wouldn't use Emic's unkillable ability. I just use his cooldown skill. That's it. Is it the best use of Emic? I don't know about that, but it definitely makes the team a lot easier to build if you're early mid game or struggling to do so. So in that sense, pretty good. On that note, if you wanted to bring in a tower and run them at a 1-1, you could do that. You could bring in a Valkyrie you could run a Valkyrie, right? For the shield part of it. That obviously can get a little bit dicey trying to figure it out for the stun part of it, excuse me. But you could run it with, a tower and a Warcaster if you wanted to, really slow. There are, like, the Mytha can fit in this. There's more than a few varieties and ways that you can manipulate a team like this just by having Emic reducing cooldown. So that's kind of the fun part about this team, and that's where I think it can really go from this point forward. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. It's just another Hellcat or another Emic build, another trunk heart team for you guys. This is probably it. I think this is the last build I can put out together on the test server. So hopefully you guys got a kick out of it. If there's something else out there worth doing, I will try to do it. But thanks anyway, guys, for checking in, for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. Until next we meet, I'm the Deadwood Jedi.